Monic. We're on a little bit of DayZ now. We switched games as I said I would. And we're going to live stream some DayZ. Because who doesn't like this game? And here's the two different servers I own, guys. This is the main one. The one highlighted in red there, that's the main one. That's the one that's always going to be up as much as possible. This one is going to be kind of the let go. It's a test server. It's not a subscribe server. This is the actual subscribe server. They both have the same airfields, the same structures. This is just a test, making only one spawn location where PvP can be heavy, but you can still run out of. As this one was the multi-spawn, where you have different towns you can spawn into and run out and go survive, right? But all the locations are modified exactly the same. The loot spawns are exactly the same. But back to what I was telling you guys, there is multiple different ways into my base. There's multiple ways out of my base. It's not super OP. And let's do a quick little live stream to show you guys what I'm talking about here. Alright, let's go ahead and turn this down a little bit too, so I don't feel like I have to scream. Because I do got my headset on now. Effects volume, turn that down by half. Alright, so, to show you guys the little thing here. See this wall? It's not as OP as you think. Okay, it really is not. I have a little clip I can show you guys, but it is climbable. Okay, from both sides. So if I was on the other side right here near this little tree, I come up, you can climb right here, which means if they blow this wall, you can climb right here and get in. And I do have a clip I can upload to YouTube. I just want to kind of like edit to show here and remove unwanted space to show all three of the different areas. But you can actually parkour right here and we'll just climb up and you're into my little garage where then you would shoot that gate, which you don't even have to shoot because once you're in here, this is not closed yet. So you can come over, climb over this, walk around, and boom, you're at my main gate. And to show you how easy this is, okay, I am going to show you there is a way over to this side that isn't just the bridge. So we're going to climb and hop out on this side, okay? Which means I'm probably going to have to forward dial my way back in, which means I'm not going to be able to come in here and actually build. Actually, yeah, I can. Because of the fact that I'm not actually going to go out. But see that right there? That is a boat dock. See that right there? There is no wall. You go into the boat dock, out through the side doors, up on this, around this part of land, come down here across this, run up this little section of hill, and guess where you are? Right here. Okay? Just figured I'd show that. Let me go ahead and unzoom here. And if there's a way I could show you guys that without dropping my locks, I'll do it. But I don't really have to be in here to build, do I? No, because I can actually go outside and work on the outside with you guys on stream being on the outside, so I don't have to show any of this on the inside too much. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll drop down and I'll show you guys the boat dock. Fuck it! And to show you, this is low enough right here when you blow this, you can climb. It's just barely above the head. If I jump, my head touches the top. You are able to climb that. Not right here, definitely. But you can climb here, and you can also climb down here. Okay, just figured I'd show that. I can't climb right now because these walls are blocking, but if someone was to blow this up, they can get in. Alright, figured I'd show that right away. There's one way into the actual bit to get to the main gate. You're bypassing the whole bridge at that point. But hold on, let me show you again. One more thing I talked about, right? On the last stream. If we run down here, let me also pop in, be able to get comments and stuff too, because that would be smart for me to do. Unplug this because it isn't needed. Remove this instrumental right quick out of the backgrounds, which I did do another remake, guys. I felt like it was a good thing to do. Let's unplug it from this right quick and move it over to the actual outlet so it charges faster. Because my phone actually died. That's why I'm having to log in. You heard the turn on, the power. While we're waiting on that, let's run over here. Alright. As you can see, you can make it over here through this little bit of rock space right here, right where I showed you. Okay? But if we come in here, climb up on this, run to this side of the dock, here is door numero 1 with a gate. As you can see, there is a boat here. But to show you, you can actually open the gate while standing on the boat. You can also close the gates while standing on the boat. But let's say I was in the boat. Okay, we'll go ahead and go in reverse right quick so that way I can back the boat up a little bit here. Now we're going to go forward. I'm a boat, bringing it into dock. I stop here. I pop off the boat. Guess what? I climb up here. I go behind the ladder. And I come out right here. Just showed you can use the dock, which, by the way, has no wall, no gate. It's open sea, to enter into my castle area. There is one way onto the island right now. Okay? There is a break. And again, you can do that with this dock here too. Guess what? There is a boat. I could open the gate, pull this boat forward, and climb out like I did on the other one. Actually, I might go ahead and do that. This. Open the gate. Get in boat. Set it to forward. Pull the boat in. Get out of the boat. Climb on top of the boat dock again. And guess what? We're out onto the dock. Door number 2 for the boat dock works. Okay, so I showed you one way in where you can also bypass everything. But if we go up here, I do have modded stuff. As you guys can see, we modified that. We put boat docks on the prison island. We have extra versions of military stuff here. I mean, it's not too much, let's be honest. I mean, we do have like a little bit of military down here too that I modded in. But you get the extra green barracks here, which are these little green round things right here. These. Those are modded in, and this one tent. Okay, yes, I added Bridgets to the castle. Meaning those, the big tall tower things right there, they're called Bridgets. I've added this in alongside a bridge. Guess what? This is number 2, the way into my base, the second way onto my island. So now we have definitely proven there's multiple ways onto my island. We have a boat dock, and we have the regular bridge that you can come across. Which again, I got to said bridge from the boat dock, which I can get to the boat dock, meaning if I got to the boat dock and came over here, I can leave the boat dock and go to that wall to climb over. Which means even from this bridge, I can go to that wall to climb over. Okay, just figured I'd go ahead and point that out. I guess because some people might be a little bit on the non-brain cell side. But there is more, okay? Because again, even though they're right next to each other, they are 2 separate ways in. Just one, you need more guns or ammo or explosive than you do the other. Sorry, I was grabbing a quick little drink from my little water fountain there. Let me just kind of make sure my character puts that up. Thank you. Tapazetti. He didn't have anything on him. Alrighty. Guess what, my dude? Numero 2. Blow through this wall, and you can see right here. This is where the dude was trying to break down my wall. I rebuilt it. But door numero 2, where, guess what? Goes across the bridge. You hit another door there, so that's 1, 2, 3 doors to my main. Or you can bypass it and literally get 1 door to my main at the moment. But you will be able to do 2, like, when I do build that other bit of the wall up, it'll be, you know, you blow through 2 walls at that point, and then 3 into my gate, and then here, 3 into my gate. Crazy, that's not OP. Guess what? You can actually bypass one of my walls. I'm not going to show the complete know-how to do it, But guess what? You come up in this tower. Sometimes you'll get the option, like I just did, to drop onto this roof. And guess what? If you know how to run and jump correctly with parkour, you can actually hit this wall, jump, and land in behind this gate. Which means, guess what? You only have 2 gates to main loot right now. You can bypass this whole gate. 3 ways. That is crazy that someone's going to say my base is OP. Not to mention, this I did block off, but originally this wall here wasn't there. I put it there just to kind of look cool with this. But you were able to also climb up on the back end here, get on this, jump to this, strafe jump when you got down here, if you've done it correctly, to this wall, walk down this wall, and fall in. You're also able to, at one point, get on this, jump down onto the bridge thing right here, walk down the side, and jump in. Which, by the way, I did block this off now, so those are no longer doable. But that's how many was there before I updated this. Now you still have 1 where you can jump, 1 you can come in through the bridge, or 2 you just climb over that back wall. 3 ways to get to that main bit of that castle. And then it would be as normal as it would, because that castle is not modified. Or at least I don't think the inside is. I might have plugged that door. It goes to the left, which means you would still have to hit the courtyard, but you would still be able to go under the door in the bottom of the courtyard to, you know, get back into that main bit of the castle, to go up to that little roof right there, where you can plop down onto this roof, parkour down, and climb up on that roof, and get behind the rest of the gates. Alright, so like I said, you can definitely do that, guys. It's not hardest thing out there. It really just is not. I am not that OP when it comes to this base. Because actually, going one way, you can bypass even this bridge gate. Because if you go to my boat dock over there, it isn't locked like this one is with a metal gate. So here, yeah, you'll have to blow through it, and then run down, and then blow through, and then run across, and then blow through, and then run over to the main gate. You can bypass this. Go to the dock. Go to the one wall I showed you, blow it, climb in, run around the other wall, because you don't have to blow it. It's open on one half side of it, meaning you just climb. You're in. That easy. Then you're only going through, let's say I had 11 gates. Right, and that's counting this one. Then you're probably only going through 5 gates instead of 11. Like, what in my base says that it's OP? I'm not going to say his full gamer tag, but you know what? If he joins stream, don't go at him, because I don't want nobody to go at him. As in, don't give him bad mouth, you know, don't go contact him. But I'm just going to say a partial of his gamer tag. Rhino. What about this base is OP, my dude? I showed you multiple ways to get into my base. One where you can skip a whole portion of it. Like I said I could, and I did. Here's proof. Hello. Next, Rhino. Don't come at me, bro, especially about my family. Do not. That's the only reason you got a permaban from the server, dude. You were the one up there dismantling that. One, you're a dumbass. Okay, I will go ahead and point that out. You are. I showed you multiple ways into my base where you could have actually used one to get out, because guess what? When you logged out on that bridge, you didn't have to jump into it, my dude. You're the one who chose to jump into it without having ammunition, without having claymores or anything to explode your way through it. That's on you. I don't know, man. Maybe you thought it was rust when you popped in, you know, where they like to jump onto walls, walk through the barbed wire, fall into people's bases. and be able to build as long as they're far enough away from, like, whatever in order to build, like, something to climb up onto and jump back out. Maybe you thought it was Rust, but this ain't Rust, Rhino. It's not Rust. It's DayZ. So, where you ask the question, what would you do in that situation? Again, I wouldn't be dumb enough to jump into a base that I know is locked without having ammo, explosives. Either of the two. That would be able to blow my way out of that base. For instance, I'm running a KAM. It has 26 ammo with, I have 60 on this because I put my M4 up and forgot to remove the magazines out. I do make simple mistakes like that. Okay, it was just a little bit of delay. Roger. Thought I actually missed it. Alright. Why would I hop here, from there, into my base, but let's say it's an enemy base with only this much ammo? Technically, I could shoot my wall down, because we do have a 73 and a 23 being around 90 rounds of ammo. 96 exactly. 89, yeah, 96 exactly, which is going to be more than enough to, like, break this bottom section and the wood panel and crawl out. But let's say I only had 30 rounds. No extra reloads. Or whatever you had on you. Yesterday, raid damage was on. Why didn't you just shoot this out? Probably because you were a dumbass, you didn't have the ammo, and your stupid ass went up here and hopped in. And guess what? Yesterday and the day before when you hopped in, this wall wasn't exactly meshed up. This wasn't expanded to be bigger. It was actually a smaller exit. So technically this wall would have been blocking, and this would have been like right here on the very edge of this, where you would have to barely try to be able to get at this lock. And if you didn't do it carefully, you would cut yourself on the barbed wire. But I expanded this after probably 2 or 3 days of you logging into that section of my base because your dumbass decided to jump into it. That is not on me. That is on you for doing stupid acts. Okay. Doing something stupid or winning a stupid award gives you stupid awards. You done something stupid and you got awarded for doing something stupid. And when I say awarded, you gained a reward of being trapped. Because you were being dumb. That's not my fault as an admin. That is you for making a dumb decision. If you would have thought that day while you're up there, maybe it's a bad idea. I don't have the ammo to blow through this wall, and if there's no other way for me to escape back there, because when I'm standing on this, I can see another gate. Look, gate 1, gate 2, which means the other one might have a metal gate. Maybe I don't jump in. Falls back down right here and runs away. Guess what? You wouldn't have caught your bend because you wouldn't have been dismantling. And you would have got off my island because you could have swam from the back. Or you could have just walked across the bridge because guess what? Those metal gates at the bridge got put up today. Not when you were trapped. Not when you made the stupid decision of jumping in to trap yourself. Very funny how you want to blame me for that, Rhino. But anyways, man, the only reason I'm coming at you this hard to show you how fucking dumb you actually are is because you decided to say that I was stupid, that I'm doing like admin abuse, and then you tried going at me saying my family hates me. Rhino, 1, why would my family hate me? If you're going to call me a dick or a bitch, I'm not a bitch, man, but let's be honest. I'm giving my cousin a house for free. Set that in for a second. Why would he hate me over that? I don't know about you, but He would hate me if I made him go buy a house. But that house is going to be given to him. Why would he hate me? I own 2 properties. I own 2 houses. Guess what? One of them, for the property and house, is going to be his. I don't know why he would hate me for that, man. But that's okay. Keep going at me personally, my dude. They know you opened your mouth, and I showed them what you sent me. Just because I wanted to let them know, like, hey, this dude is saying this, right? I gave him a ban. Here's what he said after the ban. Yeah, go figure. You know what? What she said was if you did contact her, she wouldn't reply to you, brother. Alright? That she wouldn't. I don't think you understand. I come from a place of where I've been fucked over too many times where I take in what's called evidence. Okay? Where I can show it. Same as I did in the Discord, by the way, when I gave you your ban. Showed dismantled wall. Took a picture of where that was through the coordinates, meaning it shows the coordinates, and then if you click on the coordinate, guess what? It shows the location on the iSurvive map with 8X on it. Showing right where you were. And guess where that was? I already know you know, but it was in here. At this. Because you were dumb to jump in. Where you could have just stayed out of it. Or actually shot your way in so you would have a way out. Right? Because, I don't know about you guys, but I mean, you guys already know where this is. I already showed you the location. Anyone that knows Cherno already knows this. But, I don't know. We're here. If you'd have walked here, went down this road, yes, it's a couple minutes to right here, which is called Belota Airfield. It's heavily modded, guys. You could have found AK-11s with high mags. You could have got more MK14 mags. You could have looked for M4s and got M4 mags. You know, extra ammo. Make sure you had at least 2 reloads of an AKM, a sniper rifle, or I should say a DMR, with about 4 or 5 more extra mags to make sure you can defend yourself. And guess what? You could have shot the bottom section of my metal gate to break it, leaving just the frame, and then you aim at the frame and shoot the frame and break it, and guess what? Now you can lay down and you can crawl underneath my gates to be where you were at. And then guess what? If you needed out, you could have laid down and you could have crawled to get out of my gate. So I don't know about you, brother, but you did not think things through. You really did not. And I hate to do it to you like that, man, because really I do. I hate to do that. I don't want to do that. But yeah, I pretty much shown, yes, it's modified. I got this and that. But no, I'm not super OP. I am massively raidable. As it stands now, anyone coming from official that knows what the fuck they are doing, that's nothing, especially on a boosted server. That is nothing. Oops. Flicked up a little bit. Oh, you should have been dead, big boy. One more coming. There we go. And to show you all the modded areas, there's a vest. Here's a vest. Oh, looky there. There is the same gun I am holding more ammo for. Like, literally, all I have to do is on my back, grab the gun, walk outside, press square on the mag, drop it. And guess what? Now I have the one I have, and a whole nother reload. Okay, same as, ooh, a Veiga. Look at that. A shotgun that is basically full auto, because you can actually switch it to full auto. Okay? Is in here. So, yes, all the modded areas like this will spawn loot. And just for everyone on stream, just because I can, I'll go to Belota and show you guys that, yes, it is modified. Oh, looky here, look, a frag grenade. And we just started stream a little bit ago, which means I couldn't run over here and place it. Oh, look, a M4. Oh, And it's the green one with the black, like, stock and stuff, because I made sure, like, the green one spawned with black items and the black one spawns with green. But, there we go. Boom. It works, as you can see. I just shot a zombie with it. There it is on the ground. Okay, and that's not a modded building. Here's one of the modded buildings. Oh, looky there, pouches. Oh, another thing, a vest. Okay, nothing there, nothing there. Okay, keep going. Oh, looky there, we got a pair of, like, desert pants. Oh, here's another modded building. Oh, looky there, a good old KA-101. It's the black one with green attachments. And yes, it works. Oh, looky there, cargo pants, the black version. That's awesome. Oh, look at that, VSS mag. Yeah, it spawns. Okay, I know I'm being a dick about it, but I just figured I'd show that. Let's go ahead and pop ourselves into a boat and get over to this other location. I would say I run there, but I don't want to drop the lock because of the fact I am like, ooh, there goes regular server restart. Boom, see, server shutting down. That's restart happening right now. Auto restart. As you can see, I'm refreshing, it is not there. But to kind of give you an idea, the top right airfield, as in the very top right, the dirt one, this is what it's going to look like now. Now, I will show you there is a couple bugs that will happen with this for the fact of there is a location that I need to figure out what's causing it. But if we hop in, you'll have Cherno buildings, which, by the way, I'm too far out. That's why it's doing that. But Cherno buildings, a crap ton of ATC towers, like this. Okay? You get these little buildings that I put in. Dr. Squatch, I've already silenced you. I don't know how you keep unsilencing yourself. There. Alright. You get these buildings. You'll actually get that version of the construction buildings. Again, there's the small ATC. There is large ATCs on top of medical tents, which I think the medical tents are already here. But you basically get the medical tents. And to check again, yes, I am the only one on the server, so I can actually show this off. That's okay. Guess what? There are custom heli crashes that I made that actually has the smoking helicopters. You guys did see that right when the bus was not there. There is Zeddies, as you can see. Oh, by the way, this is the full BDU outfit. That looks pretty nice. I don't have to worry about being silent. But I want to kind of use the deagle. Come on. Oh, I didn't kill him. There we go. Heard that. It sounds like there's a zombie walking around. No, he's right here. There. So you can see it is the crash sites with helis. And guess what? What is that? What is that? or that. Okay, and there's like 3 versions of this. You can see this one, there's one right there. Actually, there's 4, because I forgot about this one. And then you have one that's like over there somewhere. 4 locations of this I've modified onto this airfield. Not to mention, oh, barracks. Now, I will let you guys know on my main, there is a castle wall there, just to show you. It is there. It's just not as high as these. Because I want it to look a little bit kind of broken, but still, like, holding players in. But you get these barracks, which the only thing I didn't see with the computer is there is a very thin version of, like, this. That's hard to see on a small laptop. That will set right here that I kind of put these into, so I got to move them a little bit next time I do whatever, so I'll have to do that even for the other server. But I will update that probably later, either tonight or tomorrow. But yeah, that, and then you have, you know, the barracks I put over here, and this is where I said things can get finicky. Because it won't despawn now that I'm looking this way, or I look, oh, as you can see, the 4 has now, like, if you're looking at it a certain way, it gets despawned, okay? It even does that from, I think, like, the other half of that, like, down there closer to those houses I put in. If you try looking, yeah, this way, it goes away. So I figured I'd show that. It does get a little bit glitchy, as you guys can see, but you are able to come in. You are able to loot. Loot does spawn on these. And to let you guys understand, whatever I did, these little markets like this, right, even on the other server, because it's sharing the same INI files, will spawn every different version of the freaking Payday mask. You have a chance at finding Desert Eagles right there. That's how I got the one I'm holding here. I did that off stream, though. I just got to wait for those items to respawn. But spawns those. If you come back here, you'll see there's Payday Mask. Occasionally, some of these you'll actually see, like, flags. So that's why I told people in the Discord, like, who was looking for flags, like, look at these buildings. Which one is in Cherno? You go to the very top part of Cherno, to the second PD side, where the soccer field is, I believe that is. And there is a chance at finding that because there's one of these. Look at that. Look, a flag. Look, flag. And it's a dude holding an AK. That's pretty cool. Again, another Payday mask. Oh, look at that, Payday mask. One of those. More Payday mask. These are all the same ones except for that one. So yeah, you can actually find a different Payday mask like that. The other server is exactly the same. Okay, ooh, there's even an AK right here. Although I think that AK came from a player who just dropped it because it might be out of ammo or they just didn't want it. But looky there, a crap ton of other barracks. Another thing of, like, you know, the crashed helis. I said there's basically 4. I mean, I could be wrong, could be 5. You got these towers you can go up into. I put these ATC. That's not the only thing here. Okay, I made it so it's balanced, so all the water things are in the center of the airfield. So it's like that, and then there's going to be one, as you can see, right down there, and then there's another one somewhere down there, and then one closer to those tents. Okay, again, I made my own version of, like, a small town as, well, when they, there. As you can see, it's like the 2 stories, stuff like that. Even these little brick buildings I've added in. So you guys can get food and drink from those. And there's a crap ton of tents. And yes, it's encircled by a castle, but I will show you guys that you can exit here in a minute. But I did add in modded, you know, versions of these, which, by the way, does spawn gear, as you guys can see. Because here's the tents, like that, and you can see the 3 wide. Comes back, boom, and another helicopter crash site, as I said. But if we go to our left, actually, we will see that there is that, which is a way out. Hold on, let's take him out and reload right quick. Now, sometimes these will have, like, weird ways of spawning, or they don't always respawn the gear immediate, so you might have to wait for a server restart. You can see they are spawning gear. Like, there's the green shirts and well, not shirt, but you know, like what I'm wearing here, except for instead of BDUs, it's just all green, and then the one over there is all black. There's also those things. Here's an M16. Right here. I think this is broken, right? Yeah. And there's multiple ways. This ain't the only one, but this is the one that I just 100% knew about. Because I think there's one at the end down there to the left a little bit. There's one here, one over there, and then one over there. There's at least 4. I think there's like 5 or 6, but I'm going to say at least 4 ways that you are able to come in and out of. And most of them actually end on like these actual roads that you come in and out of like the area with are lined up for these roads. Except for, yeah, because there's the little turn a little bit, but I kind of missed the road a little bit. But you guys get the idea. See, because it does this. And yay, I'm outside the castle. As you can see, I made it so you can still go build or do whatever. And that was the little test thing. Like, what if I spawned everyone in that? You have a chance at leaving it and going to go build if you want. But also at the same time, heavy PvP was the idea. And that other town isn't the only one. You got this one, which is the uphill town next to this. And then I even added in a third town, which is actually down here on this side. We'll go to it. Well, not all the way to it, but it's right there. Which will have hospitals, stuff like that, so you're able to get food, drink, and stuff from there too. Now, let's go back to the other server, the one that was on restart. And you can see what the logout time is, by the way. I set it this way so people can't just log out immediately in gunfights or so. There's a little bit of time there, so if you know someone's trying to combat log, you have a chance to run over to it. But let's pop back in over here and start heading our way to Belota. And you guys will see that. I'm back over here, okay. That's great. Because we weren't running, we were having to take a boat. Almost forgot about that. But see, you can actually do parkour jumps. They're pretty easy. We're just going to grab this little boat right here. Not push boat. Get on. And then I want to... Oh, I'm not going to be able to get in. I'm going to have to go underneath the dock and push for a second. Daddy does not like having to do this. And this is where I said boats can get stuck sometimes, Ryder, as you can see here on stream that it actually happens. When I told you guys that, is there a way I can, like, get my character to lay down? Come on, just without going in the water. Because I need to get on that side. I wish there was a pull option, man. As in, like, being able to pull objects. That would be awesome. Because I'm not able to use my boat anymore after the restart. Or at least this one I'm not able to use. What about the other one? I think it was the same way, wasn't it? Oh no, I can actually probably push this one and be okay. Push boat. Yeah, baby. Got it. We're going into reverse. I didn't even have to, get out of my boat until the very end there. If I would have kept going, I probably could have made it all the way. But, yeah, there you go. You guys can see it's like that. Now we're just going to start this. And we're going to follow our castle all the way around. Forward. Oh, guess what, guys? Not just this. I forgot I added this one. So here's a third way using a boat into my castle. Booyah! And guess what? This side you have a wall on. You're covered. Which I haven't even built my castle gate to that yet, meaning like the actual metal gate that I'm going to put up with a code block. But you guys get the idea. There's 3 fucking ways. 3. And to show you, right, here's the little bridge it goes across. Just figured I'd come over here so I can show you that. That goes across to the mainland. Okay, all the way over to the mainland. Figured I'd show you. So, Rhino, what about my base's OP? Because I had even less before I done the update to this one. That whole concrete wall to climb over was completely gone. As in, it wasn't even there. Before I added this update. And this update, as you can see, still has 3 ways into my base from both the castle and my base. I'm hoping I'm not running into these 2. Okay, I'm not. There is a base right here. Alright, we're beaching my boat, and we're going to run the rest of the way just because I feel like running. Oh, I forgot to grab food. I got drink, but I forgot to get food. That's okay, I'll kill a zombie along the way or something. I ain't going to show you the exact place the base is because I don't want to give them away. I'm not that type of player. Let's reattach this and run. We are going to need food, so I am going to have to combat the zombies over here, and hopefully my suppressor doesn't break because I shot at least 70-something rounds through this already. If not, I shot nearly 80. Which means the suppressor might not last for too much longer. But hey, it's okay. Now, I do have my sound turned down, so I'm not able to sound whore as hard as I usually would be because I am streaming and I don't want to feel like I have to be all the way up here trying to talk. I can talk down here a little bit. That's why. So I don't have to scream over my game. I can just kind of chat. But I am going to show you guys how modified Belota is and how easy it would have been for him to even take the same amount of time we do to run there to get something, to shoot with ammo the way back. So there's a little bit of food. Let's go ahead and do this. Grab off the food and get the munchies down a little bit. Same thing, run over, check it. Look, even more food. There's some duct tape. Which I can actually use a knife to open the other food. Which I'm going to do here in a minute if I'm not being chased by Zeds. Knife, hatchet, whatever, because I do have a hatchet there. But more than likely I will probably end up using my knife. So to do that is very simple. We just go to the canned food, stick it in our hands. Back over here, and then we go up. I mean, I could do the candy cane, but I'm not going to right now because I'm going to show you guys this way. Find our knife, hold circle. There we go. Open can. Hold R2, wait for the white thing to completely go all the way around and touch back to itself, which will auto start stopping the animation, and then now we can eat the peaches. That's the same with all the other cans that are not open, by the way. If it is not open, that's how that works. But there we go. We can eat. We'll go ahead and eat the whole thing. Make sure our character is like nice and full on food. I will be able to get drink and water when I get to the airfield because I modded in a well to the airfield so you guys can see where that's at. Now this one I didn't put out in the open. I mean, it is kind of in the open if someone's looking, but it's, you know, a little bit in a more tactical spot for you guys. So that way I don't have to make you guys feel like you're all the way out in the open for this one. But there we go. Get me a little bit more food in case I need food to eat on my way back. Alright, not the hardest thing out there to do. We're just going to continue moving. Now, using the road, I wouldn't advise this for new players because, you know, this is out in the open. Anybody for PvP would be looking here. You're best going down there. But what is that, mind you? That thing right there. What is that? Let's keep going. Oh, what is that? I already know what it is, but you guys get the idea. I'm trying to point it out. For you who doesn't understand, I'm just trying to point it out. Oh, that is good tea, man. I need to make a whole gallon of that. I probably will here in a minute. But, as you can see, there is something up here that doesn't look normal. Alright, when I say doesn't look normal, it's a modified below the airfield. I'm going to show you guys that we are getting close to it. I will open my map here in a second. It's with the KAM on my back. Pull out the map, and guess what, boys? Here's Belota, and there's Belota Airfield. There's me, Belota, and the airfield. Okay? Let's go ahead and reload. So instead of 11 shots, we'll have like 76 shots, and then just drop the 10 rounder. And then if I find an M4, it's there, and plus we got the 73. So we're not worried. But I will let you guys know it's best to stay on the road for this one. Because there's only, I think, 3 entrances, which one is closer to Cherno's side. You have the one that's on this main road closer to this side. And then you have another one that's on the back side. That's the only 3 I can remember off the top of my head. So that's why we're using the main road to get to this one. Alright, let's check them. Look at there, food, and a can opener this time. Nice. Again, there is one other random on the server right now, which is pretty okay. That's good to know. It will say in the bottom left, over time, our Discord, so you guys can join. So I don't know if it's listed in this one for the actual main Discord. That's what I'm saying. Just pay attention. This server has no rain, by the way, so your water is going to come from wells. Or doing it the method where you go to like the little ponds, collect it in a canteen, and purify it. But as you notice, you come in, it looks somewhat natural, except for, there's Cherno buildings. Instead of being up there, they're right here, right? Or above Cherno, like above the airfield. Those buildings there are the ones right here. Okay, so yes, you have those. We now see a hangar, an actual, like, fucking plane. Oh, looky there, there's barracks. There's even, like, the square barracks. We got more of those green buildings alongside the regular buildings and actual, like, you know, the tents that would normally be there. And to show you, if I come in here, looky there, there's an object right there. It's a buttstock. Look, found another gun already. Even a plate carrier. Helmet. Oh, look, there's 2 more guns. Again, both being AK variants. Let's go in here. Nothing on that. We're going to do this. And to show you guys, I do have night vision. Looky there. Another mag for my KAM. Spawned right there. Okay, look. AKS. 45 ACP that you can unbox. A backpack. Oh, look, another AK. You guys are getting it, right? He could have easily come over here. Look, hey, look, a grenade. One you know I did not place. Because I said fuck it and said I'd make the run here. Look, another AK. Like I said, to anyone playing on official, is going to be like, bro, this is a walk in the park. I forgot I made my game, like, brighter. So I could see to actually use my scope at night, but, boop. Looky there, got that. There's a vest. Oh, look, and guess what? There's an M4. It's a green one. Has the black handle, a black mag, a black buttstock, and a suppressor. Oh, looky there. There's a DMR. Oh, an SKS. Oh, another AK. Oh, my suppressor just broke. That's okay. Because there is one right there. So I'm just going to go ahead and take this off. Brand new suppressor. It's that simple. And look. There's an AK. Another vest. Again, all modified buildings. Another AK. Because these normally wouldn't be here. And guess what? Look how much stuff is on the ground. And then up here. And, you know, another SKS it looks like, right? Yeah, SKS. ATCs, which, by the way, if I actually go into one, which these are the small ATCs, by the way. Looky there, a gas mask. Oh, a boot. It's spawning loot. Okay? So you can see loot is spawning on modded buildings. And to show you, this it's heavily modified. Look how many different like ways to loot. I mean, that's a lot of SVDs, but you guys get the idea, right? All of that goes all the way down. These here, which has these, which go all the way down. As you can see, there's even more like, yeah, okay, yeah, we see that. On top of, there's a version of the you know, buildings like this, which there's another one, I think it's on the very end down there, like way on the very end. So there's 3 of these like that. Just figured I'd show. On top of, guess what? I saved this for the last part. Right behind the airplane, okay, is a hangar. Guess what? It's modded. Because inside the hangar is military tents. Which also spawn loot. Okay? Let's go over here. You can see right here. Look there. Look, there's a flashbang right there. That, oh, it looks like another mag for the gun I'm holding now. Come over here, some boots. You know, if you're wearing your boots down, you have that. Oh, look at this, a flashbang. I'll go ahead and take that. These boots, which I'll go ahead and swap out, because those other ones are getting ruined, as you can see. We're going to go ahead and come over here. Look, oh, there's a backpack, a little bit of mags. Looks like a holster, in case you actually have like a chest plate that doesn't have a holster. Here's another M4 with more of that, another SKS. Clothing in this one with vest, as you guys can see, even that. And then you have like another AKS. Like, bro could have spent... Oh, I forgot. This is a duplicate. So, this one needs to get deleted. I'll do that later. I forgot I'd done duplicate, like, deletion, and I moved this one slightly, and it didn't actually highlight as a duplicate to be deleted. That's what happened. I have some like this that's on the airfield that I'll need to get rid of as well. But yeah, that's what that is, guys. Like, all I have to do is delete this and then resave the file, bring it back up here, and boom, implement to the server, and then that would be gone, creating a little more space that will be given to the server for the players or loot spawns or whatever. Which looks phenomenal and great. And again, it is castle walled in, as you guys can see. There's castle walls there. Okay? Meaning you have to come through the castle gates in order to actually get onto the airfield. That's that way for this airfield, and then the very top right airfield. Now, northwest airfield, which on this server I do have a spawn for. I can try to get to it. I might. And just for everyone else, I'm also going to do this. I'm going to come right here, and all my gear that I just had, someone can come loot. And I'm doing it this way, so that way everyone, there's a, you know, it stays around a little longer. Same as this, the boot. The armband I want to despawn with my body, because that is my factions, but that can do that. and poses suicide. I will miss you, good old friend. Bink. This also shows, like, I will spawn in with custom loadouts. So you'll spawn with a gun. The military Cherno police loadout. Hey, nice. So this is like military's, like the Cherno SWAT, pretty much. As you can see, it's the UN helmet, which is AN here. You get the blue armband, a blue backpack. You get the police outfit with some blue gloves and an M16 and a sniper, as in the Tundra. As you guys can see, M16A2 and the Tundra. Okay, which you will get ammo, you get drinks, you get food. We can clip this like that. So you can see we get 4 things to drink here. You even get a canteen. You get your other, candy cane. You get med supplies. You actually spawn pretty well with this. And then this is what I call the police one. So, like I said, if you want to roleplay a little bit on the server, it is, like, roleplay friendly. When I say that, like, it is KOS. Don't get me wrong. Which is not friendly to roleplay. But for the players who want to, like, hold people up or try to play like a UN or have that, like, little infill of, like, this dude is a bandit for shooting everybody and I'm a hero, I want to be able to go kill said bandit, you get a police loadout, my dude. Now, maybe you don't like the gun it spawns with, so maybe you drop the gun and pick a different one up. But that is a very high chance at doing. Hi, Zeddy. Let's kind of grab out the Tundi, which, by the way, doesn't spawn with ammo. You have to kind of load it, which is why I put the ammo in your inventory. It spawns with this one. That's not a bad little sight. I don't like it, but it is something different. Not the world's best player, but that was actually not bad. But there's the green goggles. As I said, it's black with a green fade in the middle. I kind of really don't like that, but I kind of like it at the same time. But we're trying to get a different respawn. Here's Ghost, by the way. Basically, think of Call of Duty. You get the Ghost loadout, comes with the face mask, has the way to go with night vision. You get, like, a little kind of leather jacket, the blue jean, like, black blue jean pants, and then the, backpack, a little bit of, like, canteen. You do get the Desert Eagle with this one, and to show that. I do need to add the other attachments later, but there you go. It's a Desert Eagle, the Deagle, pristine, as you guys can see, along with, like, all of this stuff. But we are going to show you guys, it does have an MP5K, so you can run around. You get something to be like full auto with if you want to, alongside your DMR for your longer distance shots. I mean, maybe you like Call of Duty, and this is like your tie-in to like grab me, like, oh my god, that's an icon. I kind of like that server for having this, is kind of what that's for. But there we go. As you guys can see, we kind of just took out a Zeddy, but we're going to go ahead and pose suicide and go ahead and get another respawn, because I'm trying to get the Northwest Airfield respawn, because that is one you can spawn at. I did make 2 locations on that airfield you can spawn. I got a docks, but he goes, see, get a full ghillie loadout, as in, like, you can see we get the Pioneer, you get the R12 shotgun for close quarters, ammo for it, drinks, you do get your candy cane, you even get this, a nice little knife. So, yeah, I did kind of get into that. But let's pose suicide and try to get the airfield spawn. And you can see, it is a ghillie. You spawn with guns, man. But also, at the same time, you get the other ones. So, we got a coast spawn again, and with the police one. We already seen this one. But a good little outtake, turning it around, looking at the character before we do this. That's what it looks like. And they don't look horrible. but they're not perfect either, because I wish I could do other stuff with it. Oh, we are right now on the map when it lets me do it. See, there is a little chance that happens a little bit every now and then, but we're over here. So I believe that is a spawn. Berezino is a spawn. Electro is a spawn. Cherno is a spawn. This right here, Kamika, is a spawn. And then I done a spawn in this airfield, which is northwest. Also not known as Vibor's, I think. Yeah, Vibor's airfield, I believe. And then, you know, you have the airfield that's over here somewhere. It's right here. And this is the one that's heavily modified. But figured I'd show you guys that. We are going to go ahead and kind of do this and show you that you do have a chance at getting the full BDU one if we get it. Because, again, it's all random throughout different ones. Got the UN again, but we are on the coast. Roger. Suicide. But all the loadouts you get, I will go read them to you right quick. So under DayZ Walking Dead, under Chernarus Plus, and Custom, you have Razor's Clown, which is a payday loadout that you have a chance at spawning with. You get Ghost. You get the Marines, which is the full BDU. You get the Gildy spawn. You get Captain Price, by the way. And then the Cherno Police, and then there's the Blackout, which is not really a true Blackout. I call it Blackout, but because I have a true Blackout in the shop, I kind of want to change some of the gear up, so that way you would buy the actual Blackout for the true one on the spawn on the coast again. So we're just gonna do this. I hope I didn't change the player spawns of this one accidentally. No, I wouldn't have, because it would have been the castle only. Here we go. Here is the... Hold on, let me go to poses right quick so I can show you this. The payday one, which is... it's Razor's Clown, which is this one. Okay? It's a payday mask. You get the night vision. Looks really cool. You get the Glock. You get the MP5K. You get the DMR with the ghillie wrap on it. You get the biggest backpack in the game. That it does come auto with this as an armband. But as you can see, the pistol's decked out. The rifles are decked out. And looks pretty cool. And this is how you deck out the pistols. I forgot you have to put them in the hand. So if I do that and I go to in hand, I'll be able to deck out the Desert Eagles later. But... boop. That's what that consists of and looks like. That's my cousin's Lodi that he wanted into the game. He was like, I want a payday one. So I went over and made sure it wasn't super OP and done that. Oh, we got his again. And we are basically coast. Oh, no, we're not. We are... Why do we have a Saharni map over here, bro? Saharni is basically a desert. If you know, not DayZ, but if you know Arma at all, Saharni is a desert. Oh, we get the Gildy one again, and yes, we are coast this time. I used to have 2 Gillies, but now we only have the 1 Gilly. Gilly and coast, I can hear the water behind me. As you guys can see, the water. I'm trying to get the Northwest Airfield spawn. Give me that spawn, game. Well, here's the Blackout, which I'll show you guys what it looks like. Again, it's not a full true Blackout, because you can see it as a green helmet, but look how awesome that looks, man. You get these little black with green goggles, which, by the way, that's why I want a full black one, so it's the black trim with an actual black set of goggles. And then you get the black there, you get this little helmet. Imagine a black version of this helmet where it has the black night vision. You get, you know, basically the black cargo pants, you get this black jacket with the black combat gloves. The weapons are also black. But we got a Cherno spawn. And here's the one, by the way, I was telling you about in Cherno. So on the top part of Cherno, you'll see these. And right behind it is one of these, where you can go in and what do we already see? Payday mask. Okay, payday, the wolf mask. We keep looking around right quick. I'm just going to just check around all the different things. Here's another payday, as you guys can see. Chains. Oh, there's this one, which we've seen a second ago, but the Dallas mask. So see, you can actually get the mask there, but flags also have a chance at spawning there. Just figured I'd say that. Which, by the way, right there's the second police department. And then right here is the soccer field. Just figured since I had that spawn, I'll go ahead and show that off. And the main part of Cherno is right down there where the other police station is. Probably, if I ran straight right there, I'd probably hit it. Just figured I'd say that. Since we ended up getting that spawn. Damn it, I don't want here. I want off the coast. I'm trying to go in. But the full BDUs. As I said, there is one you get full BDU, and boy, does it look magnificent. It's full BDU. You get a good old black plate carrier. Again, goes great with the green helmet. You have the night vision goggles that get attached, the small backpack, a canteen, and that. When I say small, it's not the smallest backpack. It's just the small version of the large. And then you get, the DMR and a M4. And this is the green M4 with black attachments. Let's see if we can get the other airfield now. I just figured I'd show you guys that. The more I sit around... Oh, here we go. Northwest Airfield. And we got it with Captain Price, my dude. Let me show you guys this right quick. We got the good old version of this hat. We got his smog. We got the green shirt. We got the pants type. We got a backpack on him, even though usually he doesn't have one. I've done it just so you guys can have space to actually carry objects and the items in your inventory. Good old canteen. And guess what? He gets an M4 with a DMR. And the cool thing with this M4, by the way, if I go ahead and move, so I'm not aiming on my own under chin, it is a ACOG sight with the best version of the ACOG in my opinion. Do I need to aim higher? Or lower? Oh, I need to aim lower. Okay, that's weird. That shoots pretty damn far. But, again, it is modified. So, these are usually here. But, what do you see that normally isn't on the airfield? 1, 2... 3, 4. That normally is 5. Just figured I'd shoot some zombies to have a little fun while we do this. But if we go out and look to our left, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 objects so far that's modified. 11, 12. I love how it does that now for the back shot. But there we go. That's modified. I added in... Oh, I did add it. I don't remember exactly which one I put it on. I think it's actually right there maybe. But I've added a gas station to the airfield. You no longer have to drive well over that way or whatever direction it is. I put one on the airfield. I just got to remember where. It's inside one of the areas, has a little inside thing to it. It actually might be around here to my left somewhere. I just know it's inside one of the enclosed area kind of deals. Oh, there it is. Little gas station with the little gas station hut with the actual gas station tanks. As you can see, I've also added in little military areas like this where it has more of these tents and stuff like that. If we went to the very far side of this, which we will do, you'll see more tents again. Alongside these. So you can see there's these little hangars. I will be adding more to this airfield later. I just kind of added a little bit, and I'm doing bits as I go. So we have this, we have that other building you've seen back there, the little kind of brownish yellow looking building right there. Right there. Right? It's modded. It normally is not on this airfield. I think I'm running to the wrong side of the airfield to show you guys the other camo tents. The reason I'm saying that, I think that right there is the... I call them hospitals. But I could be wrong, because I can't remember if it's on the... No, it's on the opposite side of hospitals, ain't it? Which means it's back that way? Question mark? Yeah, it's back the other way, I think, because I'm not seeing... Yeah, it's on the other side. As you can see, there's nothing over there. I haven't done anything there yet. So we're going to run to the other side. My fault, guys. I will take the blame on that one. But as you've seen, we did put in a gas station to the airfield. So if you're running around the airfield and you see cars, you're able to pick one up, drive it to that gas station, and fill your car up. Later, I am going to add next to the gas station a water well. So that way, whenever you're, you know, filling your car up, depending on what car you get, because at one point we were actually having Oglas, Adas, everything, literally just like setting on top of each other for some reason out here on the airfield. I haven't seen it now, but at one point we did. They were somehow like conglomerated in one spawn area setting on top of another, which I think I might have fixed. So if we did, I'm glad if we did, but I ain't gonna say we have yet. But you guys get the idea. It's that. We've modified it. Alongside, I mean, you can see there's even, like, stuff over there it normally wouldn't be. There we go. There's the tents. Now, the only downside is this is one of the... Because we are on the main server, it should be gassed. I'm not gonna lie, this down here should be gassed. Maybe it's not respawned yet, and I'm hoping that it takes a minute to be gassed, because the main giant tents down here, I set as a permanent toxic zone, or should have been permanent. But hey, since it's not, it gives me a chance to show you guys the modifications I made. And yes, there is a lot of modifications. And there's going to be a whole lot more. Later, I'm actually going to have military tents in the sections like this. There's going to be, like, military tents and other buildings. But for now, I added in just little things here and there and stuff like that. Those are usually here. That building there is usually there. But I've added more tents into this, and then I think there's another one to the left, somewhere down there, that has military tents that I've added more to. But you're going to notice there's plenty more tents over here in a minute. Got him out of the lobby, Zeddy. You ain't on that one too? Nor are you. Oh. Sorry, I was trying to quick scope him. Well, from the hip, like doing like this. Shooting after I raise my gun and then dropping it. But you can see there's plenty of tents now. More than usual. And they look really good. And yes, stuff does kind of, you know, spawn about. Show you. You can see there's actually stuff here. Same as right here. There's stuff in this tent. Oh, and I'm gonna get gassed. Here comes the gas, boys. I gotta be quick about this. Quick, 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 quick. And there's the gas. It is modified, and every one of these tents will have objects. As you can see, they are spawning stuff. Bloop. Even here, where that's actually in a bush, you can see that was modified and had gear. This has gear. My character's gonna die any like here in a second. Usually, I don't think the big tents like this are usually on this section of the airfield, but you can see it is spawning stuff. There's another DMR. There's that. There's this right here. There's these tents right here as well, where I've set them up, and they are spawning gear. Nice. Just figured I'd show that. Yeah, it's, they are spawning stuff. Bloopsie. And yeah, spawning stuff. And right here's where I die. I'm going to be stuck in this throw up animation where I throw up constantly till I pass out, and then boop. And I get to respawn. Custom. There you go. Just figured I'd show. It's not heavy modified on the Northwest yet. I've done most of my time, as you've seen, to the top right. We went to the other server to show you because I can actually get the spawn there. And then I showed you Belota, where both of those are castled with military placements I put in by hand, raised and lowered till I seemed like they thought they seemed right. And then stuff on Northwest, which later there will be more on the Northwest airfield. Okay, but yeah, you guys, oof, hiccuping. You guys do get spawnable loadouts, which, you know, some, like, you know, again, will have food and drink and stuff like that, as others I might have skipped stuff on. So if I've overlooked something, just go and be like, hey, I think you overlooked this, which is like food or drink. And then tell me exactly which one it is. Like, this one is the BDU one, also known as the Marines loadout. We've seen the Clown, which is the Payday Mask one. There's Al-Asad. Oh, I forgot about that. There's Al-Asad Qaid, which is an AK one. You guys have not seen that one yet, but there is him, which I think is the one that does not spawn with food, so I'll have to go check him in a little bit, like off stream. We have Ghost, which you did see and we did look at. I think he did have food. The Ghillie spawn, which I know has food. Captain Price, which I think does have food. I think I fixed him out already. And then the Blackout, right? So you guys can actually go through and tell me exactly which one is which. And if you play Call of Duty, you know what each one kind of looks like, esque. But yeah, guys, we have that. Later, I might even add in a full Russian soldier where it's an AKS, like the AK-74U that is not the regular AK. But yeah, hopefully we do get the donos I've been hoping for from the two people, and it's more than enough to keep the server up and going, so it doesn't go down today, and hopefully they can get the stuff by today, which is actually when it's the last day or so. But yeah, as you can see, we have that alongside. There is this spawning here and that, and to show you guys, the guns do work. We do have, again, every bit of this. You spawn with your map as well, which, yeah, it's right there. I just overlooked it when I was scrolling through. And it's already hotbarred for you how the map should be. So that way you can see everything there needed is hotbarred, and you're able to see. And hey, I'm in Electro right now, which means I would have to run all this distance to get back to base. There is a spawn that's near my base that I'm more than likely going to try to re-grab to do. But yeah, I am also recruiting for my faction. So if you guys want to join this server and join a faction, my faction is open. I only have right now 3 members. And I would love to jump up to 10 as fast as possible. What I am also going to do before we end stream here in a little bit is I'm also going to pop the Discord for this into the stream, like on the comment section. So the live streamers will be able to see it. And then about 24 hours after this is a live stream and gets uploaded, I believe it does the chat replay. So that way you guys are able to actually like skip up to the ending or whatever and grab the, you know, the link to the Discord. Or actually, technically, if you've been paying attention, the bottom left of your screen down there where it says M4A1 of my ammo, counter there, or if I shoot, where see where it says 29, 28, 27, 26, right? Where that is now counting down. You've seen that. The bottom left shows a guy running the stamina bar, which this one has infinite stam. Like I can run, jump, shoot, and you can see it, does not go down. There is infinite stam on this one. Yeah, that if you've been paying attention to that, it shows up down there, the Discord link, and should have threw out, and it usually does it a little bit on, like it says to join our Discord, but it doesn't give the Discord yet as soon as you log in, and then a couple minutes after you play, it will pop it up down to the bottom left. So if you guys want to grab the Discord, you can do it that way, or even, if I'm not mistaken, let me log out right quick. There you go, guys. There's the Discord. Whenever you favorite the server, you can hover over it. I haven't done it to this one yet. Actually, I did, as you guys can see. But there you go. Literally, https://discord.gg/ and then the bit there. I'm going to read all of it. But there you go. You would type that in under Join Discord. Whenever you open up Discord, click the plus sign at the very bottom left. And it's going to ask you to create or join. You're going to click join, and then you're going to type in that HTTPS all the way to the capital E. Exactly how it shows there. Once you do that, you're in our Discord, which will also tell you how to join the server, but you can see the server name right there. You would just go over to community, and instead of Crisis PvP, I mean, you could join that if it's up around the time you guys go to join it. But you would type in the name of the server. In this case would be Feral Resistance. So you would actually do this and then do Feral and Square. And you can see right now this is the only one that pops up with Feral in it, which is actually great. And we're in community. But you would do that, and you can see what my search filters to the right is. And you would just join. So if you guys want to join the server, it's right there. That's how to join. Very easy to do, and you can see what all we have. You guys know where I'm based, so please don't come hit me just because I'm a streamer. If you're going to hit me, do it because you have a reason, right? That isn't because I'm a streamer. But there you go. I've proven my base isn't OP, and I've showed you guys the different modifications on top of the different modifications, showing like how easy it would have been for him to run to a location. Yes, there's a little bit of time behind it, but run to a location, get extra ammo or weapons with extra ammo for that weapon, then run all the way back to my castle and shoot the bottom section out. Time consuming? Yes. Following the rules? Yes. Would have prevented a ban? Hell yes. Compared to what the idiot did. Just figured I'd kind of show that. Went over it. Showed the different stuff there. There's multiple different airfields, multiple stuff like that. I've modified multiple different points of the map. I've added in an area that I'm going to look at doing like an NPC shop or something where you can actually add shops or so. But I'm going to custom do my own. I'm looking at doing my own custom bunkers, which is why there's none there. Because I don't want to go download the files and just implement them myself. I kind of want to build my own and learn how to do it so I can actually build them how I want them to look or feel. So bear with me on that for that reason, guys. And for vehicle spawns right now, for some reason, when I do event spawns for like a vehicle and I make my own custom event that holds a certain vehicle to spawn, they're not working. I've tried it for my cousin's mom, because when she donated 20-something bucks, I went to go do that, and I couldn't get the vehicle to spawn. I put it into the event multiple different times, tried different vehicles at different locations. They just didn't want to spawn. So that's what I'm trying to figure out of like what's breaking with that before I give custom vehicles for the donators who, donate for the package to get those vehicles. Until then, what I will do for them is I'm going to go, whenever I do my computer stuff, learn the coordinates to people's bases, learn the open spot to it, and then go, play stuff in. How you doing, McLoon? Howdy there, brother. How you doing? Man's like, oh, yeah, I'm still streaming, brother. I'm about to end it, though. It's about to end. Let me go ahead and do my my closure in stream, and then we'll chat. But there you go, guys. I'll be doing a little bit more of a survival video a little bit later on. I just wanted to clear some stuff up and pretty much show you guys how to join and go over some of the other stuff and show you some modifications I've done. So I hope to see you guys over on the server. Till next time, love you guys. Stay awesome.